Hi Andoni, I just wanted to ask you about that team news. How's the squad looking ahead of this game?
It's not going to change a lot, obviously, in 2-3 days. I think it's going to be difficult for Ryan Christie to be available. It's true that he hasn't had like an acute injury, but it's something that he's dealing with, and still I don't want to rule him out because still we have one day and we will try until the end, but I think it's going to be difficult for Ryan. And from there I think the rest I think will be everyone available. Probably we also received the good news about Julian. He went to Finland to check with the surgeon and everything looks fine and he's clear to start training with no limitations, and he's available, and I don't think there are more changes. No.
I wanted to ask you about your thoughts about not having Zabani for 3 games. Of course, he's been a big player, ever present. How difficult is it adapting without him?
It's difficult because obviously he's a player that when he's available we've used him. Also very robust, very reliable, and he's a key player for us. No? And obviously these things will happen to all the teams during the seasons, and we'll have to show also that we have more players that can do their job and be very important for the team. But definitely Sava is a very important player for us.
And you're playing Wolves so soon after the last game. How does that affect your preparation, and are you looking at the footage to try and change the outcome this time around?
I think we played just basically 30 minutes against 11, so we analyzed the 30 minutes, but there is also another game from our side, there is another game from their side, small adjustments. You can use it as a reference, but most of the game, the majority of the game was like an unbalanced game, playing with one player less, so tactically you cannot learn a lot of things. And I think it's also different because it's a cup competition. Cup is one of the teams is gonna finish their journey tomorrow in the competition, and we want to be in the draw. We are talking about qualifying for quarterfinals. That starts to sound really nice. So I think the way these games are played are a little bit different. We have to consider the chance to go to extra time, the penalties. I think it's different.
Antoine Semenyo, he was talking before the match, and he mentioned the word revenge after the defeat, and especially with 10 men, I think he was sort of saying we want to show we can beat this team. Is that helpful? Is that an emotion you like to carry?
Yeah, I think we can use it in a positive way, but I think there are different competitions. No, it's not going to happen what happened in the league. It's not going to change, and obviously we want to go ahead, and I suppose they are going to go with everything to win the game also. And I think it's not because we played them 1 week ago. Whoever we had in front tomorrow, for us is a great chance to qualify for the last 8, and we will give the best we have, yes.
And we were talking just before this that your success this season has probably led to a lot of news stories about you and players maybe moving in the summer. How important is it that the club is showing ambition with the training ground, and also how important is this competition to kind of show that you can progress and stay together as a group, because the club is also moving upwards?
No, we focus in the short term. We focus in the next game, next competition. For us is big. For the players, for me as a coach, for the staff, for the club, is a big chance we have here in front of us, and we will try to win the game so we can play even a nicer game in some weeks. And with the league the same. Now we come from two losses, but we will. Even if you think our position has changed a lot and now we've lost, no, it's not. We have to keep going and prepare for the next game. It's Spurs away in this case, but focus on the short term. I don't think we should think in other things.
In that, is it too early to dream about winning the competition, especially with big teams coming out as well? It's maybe an opportunity this year.
I always say it's far too early because in the cup you have guaranteed one game. You want to play one more game, you have to earn it. With earned some games, but we only have guaranteed tomorrow. If we want to play one more, not just one more, we have to earn it tomorrow, and otherwise it's finished, it's over. So we will try not to fail, no, against Wolves. Yes.
And my last question is, the England squad is announced soon, and you've got one sensational English player who's been capped. Do you think he deserves maybe being looked at by England because he's played in two positions? He's been very consistent for you this season, Lewis Cook.
It's not my decisions to make. I love Lewis Cook. I think he's a very, very good player. I feel very lucky to have him in our squad. But it's the same way you asked me when Dom Solanke was here past season. No, for us it's very, very good. But I don't know the plans of the new manager, new ideas. So I don't know what he thinks. The only thing I can say that for me is a top player, and I feel very lucky to have him.
But you could probably say that he's good enough to play at that level because you've seen internationals, you've managed many international players. Lewis Cook, is he good enough to be a top international player?
Not only Lewis Cook, I think we have more players who could play at this level, but if you ask, I suppose, Thomas Tuchel, he's analysing not 25, probably he's analysing 100 English players that probably have the level to play in the international level. So it's not about if they have the level, it's about if they are I don't know how many they call now, 23, 25, 26 players that are the correct ones for the way England wants to play.
Sorry, last one, Bournemouth. If he does get in the England squad, is it good for Bournemouth if players are getting called up to their national teams, especially ones as strong as England?
I suppose it's good for them individually, and we will be happy if it happens for him personally, because you always want the best for your players, no? And it would be like this, I suppose, yes.
Just a couple of quick ones on injury specifics from me. Just on Julian Araujo, you said he's had the all clear. Is he going to be available tomorrow, or is that going to be one for maybe Spurs? I think he travelled 2 days ago back from Finland. Health-wise, he's available in sense of, okay, they've cleared him to train, to play normal, but it's true that it's early. It's early for him. I don't know if he's going to be in the squad. Probably depends on the places we have available or not, but it's good news. If not for tomorrow, but for the next games, I think he will be one more. And also at right back, Adam Smith is obviously progressing. What's the situation with him? When are you hoping to have him back? I think it's not clear. I think he's having some issues with the calf in his recovery. It was a hamstring injury, but now he's having some issues in his rehab with the calf, and is still not training with us. No. And just finally on injuries, on the Ryan Christie one. So was it his groin issue that he's been managing that was the issue at Brighton? Yes. And has it been exacerbated, or is it just a... No, we've done an MRI just to check that it wasn't nothing acute that in the moment, and there's nothing there that has happened against Brighton. I think he has been dealing with this injury for a lot of months. It's not something that is new for us. But sometimes when you push, there is a moment where you cannot push more, or you need a small break, or you don't know why. Some days you feel better, the next week you feel worse, and then so it's something that he's dealing with. I would say since almost the beginning of the season, and obviously he's not affecting a lot the way he's playing because he has performed really well. But probably to play is not the best thing. So I see very difficult that he's available tomorrow. Yes.